Follow Dharma.
What is it, Kartikeya? Tell me again.
Follow Dharma.
Follow Dharma. Something more than that? Hima, anything else you want to say, Ma?
Protecting him even without sleep.
Now, these are the exact words of Sumitra to Lakshmana. From today, the forest you are going to stay along with Rama is your Ayodhya. And from today, Rama is your father. Worship Rama as you worship your father, Dasharatha. From today, worship Sita as you worship your mother, that is me. Greatest words of Sumitra. Nowhere else any mother will say like that. Now, question to you. Is there any hidden meaning for Sumitra telling Lakshmana, from today, worship Rama as your father? Anyone of you, Ma?
Maybe because Rama is Narayana.
Rama is Narayana. Something more than that? Emma, anything more than that? Anyone of you, Ma?
Big brother is like a father, and she may be thinking Dasharatha may not live longer.
Exactly. That is a nice way, Ma. Sumitra is such a fortunate lady. Even though not much is mentioned about Sumitra in Ramayana, very rarely her character is given in a very, very wonderful way. Because Sumitra knows once Rama leaves to the forest, because for the past 12 years after the marriage of Rama with Sita, she saw every day how Dasharatha is there, showering all his affection on Rama. And she knows when Rama is forced to go to the forest, Dasharatha may not live long. She knows very well Dasharatha will not live for long. Indirectly, she is conveying the message. It is not necessarily in the forest life. From today, Rama, treat Rama as your father. Respect Rama as you respect your father. And is there anything else when she conveyed, respect Sita as your mother? Okay, with regards to Dasharatha, when she said worship Rama as your father, well, it is implied that Dasharatha may not live long, and from now onwards, you have to be content with Rama as your father. But when when Sumitra told Lakshmana, respect Sita as you respect your mother, that is me, anything that she is implying?
I also live long.
What is it, Kartikeya?
I also won't live long without Rama.
No, but she lived long. She lived long. Dasharatha died, but Sumitra did not die. Dasharatha died, but Sumitra did not die. Anyone of you, ma'am?
Jeshta Brata Pita Samanaha. So Sita is your mother.
What is it, Padma?
Jeshta Brata, Anna, brother, elder brother is like a father to you. So Sita.
So if the brother is considered as the father, so brother's wife should be considered as the mother. Right, Amma? Is that what you say?
Ade.
Amma, anything else, Amma?
Maybe she knows she is the divine mother, Mahalakshmi.
Anything else, Amma? I don't want to disappoint you by saying you people are wrong, but I'm looking for something better. Sumitra is one such wonderful mother. Anything that you can think of?
She is going to be queen of Ayodhya.
She is going to be?
She is going to be queen of Ayodhya after coming back from Vanavasam.
Ardhan Kalidama, what is she is going to be clean?
No, Maharani. She is going to be
the queen. Okay, I see. So that Sita will be the queen after coming back. So worship her as your mother.
Adiyan Swamiji. లైక్ గోయింగ్ ఫారెస్ట్ అడవిలోకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఒక కొడుకు తల్లిని ఎలా సంరక్షిస్తాడో మేబీ ఆ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో చెప్పిండొచ్చేమో స్వామిజీ.
By the way, since you are here, your son Kartikeya, thinking that you are upstairs and his father is upstairs, he says he is a good boy and he is always listening to his parents. Is that correct?
Yeah, Adiyan Swamiji.
What is it? You did not say he is listening to me. Because your Kartikeya says, I am a good boy, I always listen to my father and mother, he said.
Trying to, Swamiji.
Oh, trying to. I see. What about you, Radha? You always listen to your parents? Radha? Radha, are you there, Amma?
Yes, Swamiji.
You always listen to your parents, Amma?
Most of the time, yes, Swamiji.
Most of the time. So everybody is saying most of the time. Everybody is saying is trying to. But not even one person says, yes, I listen to my parents. Everybody is very diplomatically giving the answers. Even Malleshwari says, yeah, he is trying.
Swamiji, they are arguing like Prahalada didn't listen to Hiranyakashipu, right?
But your father is not Hiranyakashipu, tell them.
Yeah, but maybe
your
it is
father,
right in your way.
Your father is not torturing you. If you have a bad father like Hiranyakashipu, that is a different matter. Okay, but you have a good father who is taking care of you, who is buying you all the gifts, who is giving you food, who is not putting you in fire, who is not dumping you in the ocean, who is not starving you. Therefore, don't compare your father with Hiranyakashipu. That is a bad comparison. Anything, Amma? Finally, what was Sumitra implying when she says worship Sita as your mother? Because, can I give you the answer? She is indirectly saying about Sita accusing Lakshmana. When that golden deer appears in the forest, and when Sita Devi asked Lakshmana to go and he is refusing, finally Sita Devi turned the tables on Lakshmana and accused him of unimaginable and terrible sins that Lakshmana never even thought of. Therefore, Lakshmana, treat Sita as your mother. Even if she scolds you, Lakshmana did not react. Lakshmana did not turn back and say, "Stop talking. Why are you scolding me? It is none of your business. Why should I listen to you?" No, no. Lakshmana was so calm. Lakshmana was so calm, in spite of Sita accusing him, that I have a feeling that you are sent as a spy by Bharata and even to kill Rama at an opportune time. Or finally, when she says, "You are not at all here to serve Rama or me. You are here because I am so beautiful and you wanted to enjoy me. And you are thinking, if Rama is in trouble, if by any chance Rama is dead, if you are thinking of marrying me, I will never, never allow you to touch me. I will rather die, but I will never allow you to touch me." That kind of horrible things she said to Lakshmana. But Sumitra's instruction, "Lakshmana, treat Sita as your mother. From today, Sita is your mother. From today, Rama is your father." That means even if Sita gets angry with you, even if she scolds you, you should not at all retaliate. You should not at all retaliate. You should respect her as much as you respect me. When the mother says something, you may not like it, but you don't feel like hurting your mother. You don't feel like arguing with your mother. You don't feel like doing anything that hurts your mother. That much she is implying by that one sentence. From today, treat Sita as your mother. So who is the best mother in the Ramayana? Sumitra is the best mother. Sumitra is the best mother. Willingly, 12 years back itself, 12 years back, immediately after marriage, Rama got united in a wedlock with Sita. Lakshmana got united in a wedlock with Urmila. Bharata got united with his wife Mandavi. Shatrughna got married to Shrutakirti. In spite of that, when they are ready to go to when Dasharatha decided to send Bharata to his maternal uncle, Yudhajit place, Bharata and Mandavi were going. That time itself, Sumitra sent her newly married son Shatrughna along with his newly wedded wife to go with Bharata and serve him. "12 years back itself she did. Now, 12 years later, when Rama is about to go to the forest, she now is saying the same thing to Lakshmana. "Lakshmana, you go to the forest. You serve Rama. Treat Ayodhya. Treat the forest you are staying as Ayodhya itself. Treat Rama, whom you are serving, as your own father. Treat Sita as your own mother." Such a great lady is Sumitra. So, all of you listening, great mothers who are there. Anuradha there, Allishwari, Mala, Padma, Indupriya, Jayashree, Radhika, Supriya. Can you rise to today, not necessarily for the children, even for the mothers? Can you rise to such an extent of telling your children what is dharma? Therefore, the greatest mother in Valmiki Ramayana is Sumitra. And who is the greatest brother of the four brothers? Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrugna. Who is the greatest?
Bharata.
Who is that, ma?
Bharata.
No, Pritika.
Shatrugna.
Bharata is great, but not the greatest.
Shatrugna Swamiji.
Good. Shatrugna is the greatest of the greatest. Good. Give a reason why Shatrugna is the greatest of the greatest.
He served the Bhagavata, Swamiji.
Exactly. Lakshmana is so devoted to Rama. Rama is Bhagavan. Serving Bhagavan, you become a Bhagavata. Bharata renounced the kingdom and served the Padakas, Rama Padakas. So he is the greatest Bhagavata. But Shatrugna is the greatest of the four brothers because Shatrugna is worshipping a Bhagavata. He is serving a Bhagavata. Bhagavat Kainkaryam is good. But more than Bhagavat Kainkaryam, more than serving the Lord, if you can serve a great devotee of the Lord, that will be very, very pleasing to the Lord. You will become even superior to the people who are worshipping God directly. So Bharata and Lakshmana worshipped Rama, served Rama, so they are Bhagavatas. But Shatrugna worshipped the Bhagavata Bharata. Therefore, Bhagavata Kainkaryam is superior to Bhagavat Kainkaryam. Therefore, Shatrugna is the greatest of the four brothers. Now, we will come to one more question. We saw who is the greatest mother and we saw who is the greatest brother. Now, tell me, who is the greatest wife in Ramayana?
Urmila, Swamiji.
Go ahead, ma. Any one of you?
Kausalya Acharya.
Okay. Go ahead. Ma, anything else, ma?
Acharya,
you are right, ma.
Okay.
Urmila is the greatest wife. Urmila is the greatest wife. Who said that, ma? Somebody said that Urmila. Who said that, ma?
Adiyan, Swamiji.
Mallishwari Chappama, why do you think Urmila is the greatest wife, ma?
She doesn't want to trouble her husband's dharmam, Swamiji. She cooperated him by sleeping so many years. She wanted Lakshmana to serve his brother and Sita, Swamiji. In forest, if she goes with Lakshmana, he has to take care of his wife too. Then
yes, that is very important, Amma. That is very important. Urmila's thinking was, the minute she heard Rama has to go to the forest, she is more than certain in her 12 years of married life, what she learnt was, Lakshmana, there is no personal happiness for Lakshmana other than serving his brother Rama. If Rama is going to the forest, you don't need somebody to tell that Lakshmana will also go. to the forest. But as a pativrata, she cannot live without her husband. But if she goes to the forest with Lakshmana, the very reason that Lakshmana is going to the forest is to serve his brother Rama and Rama's wife Sita as his own parents. But if Urmila accompanies Lakshmana, Lakshmana's attention will be diverted at least on a few occasions to take care of Urmila. And that, as an ideal wife, she didn't want her husband even to be diverted from his most cherished job of serving Lord Sri Rama. Therefore, she knew, as a Dharma Patni, I must accompany my husband. But if I go, I will not be doing justice to the noble desire of my husband, that he wanted to serve Rama 24/7 with no interruptions. But I cannot live without my husband. I cannot live with my husband. I cannot go to the forest. So, what to do? I should not die. I cannot commit suicide. The best thing for me, get into a coma. Just go there, lie down. 14 years non-stop sleeping. 14 years of non-stop sleeping. And finally, after 14 years of exile, when Rama returned to Ayodhya and when Lakshmana Swamy also came, the minute he went inside the palace and called out, Urmila, where are you? That's it. She woke up from her deep slumber for the past 14 years. So the greatest wife in Valmiki Ramayana is none other than Urmila. See, everyone has a speciality in Ramayana. Everyone has a speciality. Everyone has a speciality. Now, we talked about Sumitra as a great mother. We talked about Urmila. We talked about Shatrughna. Now, tell me one great thing about Rama. Ima, what is the one great thing about Rama in the whole of Valmiki Ramayana?
He followed Dharma.
He followed Dharma. Give one nice example.
When one of the villages in Ayodhya said to Sita that normally now they like just because one person says something, they won't automatically do it. But because of Dharma, as soon as someone said that they didn't like Sita, Rama sent Sita away and Sita followed her duty as mother by raising the children.
Okay, very good, very good. Anything different? Anything other than what Radha said? Ima, anything more you want to add about the greatness of Rama?
Acharya, Rama was ready to give even Sharanagati to Ravana if he is ready to surrender.
Very good, very good. Anything more than that?
Pitruvakya Paripalanam.
Anything more than that? Anything more than that, Amma?
ఒకసారి లక్ష్మణుడు భరతుడు అడవికి వస్తున్నాడని తెలిసినప్పుడు లక్ష్మణుడు భరతుడి మీద చాలా కోపంగా ఉంటే అప్పుడు రాముల వారు లేదు భరతుడు ఎందుకు వస్తున్నాడో తెలుసు. భరతుడు అప్పుడు పాదుకలు తీసుకొని వస్తాడు కదా స్వామీజీ. చంపొద్దని చెప్తారు. ప్లస్ కైకేయిని కూడా క్షమిస్తాడు కదా స్వామీజీ రాముల వారు.
The greatest thing of Rama is, they're all great. Not only giving Sharanagati to Ravana, if only he comes and surrenders to him. Rama said, if Ravana wants a kingdom, once I said Vibhishana will be the future king of Lanka, that's it. No going back on that word. Because I never told a lie and I will never tell a lie. Once I said Vibhishana will be the future king of Lanka, that's it. Vibhishana is the future king of Lanka. And if Ravana comes and does Sharanagati and says, I want the kingdom, I want to do something until I die, I will rather ask Bharata to give Ayodhya to Ravana. I will rather ask Bharata and give even the kingdom of Ayodhya to Ravana. That is the greatest of the greatest way that Rama can express about his greatness to someone who is a demon, who committed so many mistakes, and who abducted Sita Devi, and who tortured her for one whole year. In spite of that, Rama said, not only giving Sharanagati to the most or the worst cruel fellow, Ravana, but if by any chance Ravana is asking for the kingdom, he will never go back on his word. He will still make Vibhishana the king of Lanka, but he will give Ayodhya to Ravana. Very, very noble gesture. A very noble gesture.
Swamiji?
Yeah.
What if Ravana only wanted Lanka as his kingdom? He didn't want Ayodhya.
No, then Rama will say it's not possible because Rama has already given it to Vibhishana. But if Ravana wants to be the king, fine, you want to be the king, don't worry about Lanka, but I'll make you the king of Ayodhya. Such is the magnanimity of Lord Rama. Is that clear to all of you, ma'am?
Yes.
Now, what is the greatest thing about Sita in Valmiki Ramayana? You might, even of you, we are going one by one. Rama is great because not only giving Sharanagati to Ravana, he will even give the kingdom to Ravana.
She told Hanuman not to hurt the Rakshasis who are there in the Ashokavanam.
Good. And
she said, I told them I will protect them with the Tirijadai and other Rakshas.
Exactly. After the war was over, when Hanuman came and asked Sita Devi for permission to punish all the female demons, Sita Devi said, no way. I gave them protection. And finally she said, even if they have made some mistakes, if you are a great person, you must forgive them. A very noble gesture on the part of Sita Devi. Very good. So we talked about Rama, we talked about Sita, we talked about Shatrughna, we talked about Sumitra. Now, Can you say something good about Guha? Can you say something good about what is so great about Guha that Rama will even embrace him? Ima, anyone of you? Hello, what is something good about Guha, ma? Could you hear me? Nobody is talking.
Yes, sir.
What is something great about Guha? No, nothing, ma.
He was the lotus feet of he was the lotus feet of the Lord Ramchandra.
Okay, anything more than that?
He wants to give his kingdom, Swamiji, to Rama, and he protect like. లక్ష్మణుడితో పాటు అతను కూడా కాపలా ఉన్నారు కదా స్వామిజీ, స్వామి పడుకున్నప్పుడు.
Anything more than that?
He hosted Swamiji and hosted, but one unfortunate thing is Lord Ramchandra could not take anything offering which he has.
Anything more than that? Anything more than that?
Swamiji, he want to give his kingdom to Rama.
Anything more than that?
He considered Rama as his brother.
Anything? He didn't. Rama considered Guha as his brother.
Yeah.
Anything more than that? Emma?
When Bharata came, he gave all the help he could to go see Rama.
Anything more than that? Padma, you are there, but you are not. You have deviated something. Okay, he did. It is not that he gave all help to Bharata, but when Bharata came with a huge army, to go and see Rama and welcome him back to Ayodhya, that is when the greatness of Guha is seen. He told his people, get 500 boats ready to help these people cross Ganga, but let me find out if Bharata is having any intention of hurting Rama. Make sure halfway through crossing Ganga, turn the boats upside down, let all the fellows drown and die. And he did not stop there. He went and asked Bharata directly, Bharata, I must ask you a question. You say you are here to welcome Rama. Why? What is the need for this great army? Do you have any intention of hurting Rama? That is the greatness of absolute love for Rama Guha had. Is there anything bad going to happen? Is there anything bad going to happen? Guha is so worried about the safety of Rama. Why this Bharata is coming with such a huge army? So Guha was ready even to kill Bharata and all his followers if they had any intention of hurting Rama. That is pure dedication to Rama. Now, the same sentiment is expressed by someone else also. Who is that?
లక్ష్మణ స్వామి.
No.
Bharadwaj Muni.
Exactly. Bharadvaja Maharshi. Who said that, Amma?
Adiyan, Padma Adiyan.
Exactly. Bharadvaja Maharshi, Amma. When Bharata came, Bharadvaja did not hesitate, did not mince words. He welcomed Bharata as a king. But he said, what is the need for you to bring such a huge army? Do you have any intention of hurting Rama? And a Maharshi Bharadvaja can very easily stop even a great battalion. Bharata felt so sorry about the miserable life that he has to lead that everyone is mistaking his good intentions, and he literally cried and cried before Bharadvaja and said, no, I have no such intentions at all. I curse myself for being born as the son of my mother Kaikeyi. I have no intention of hurting Rama. I am taking this army only to welcome Rama as a Maharaja comes to his kingdom. So Bharata's actions made even a great Mahatma like Bharadvaja suspect the intentions of Bharata. Therefore, Guha showed his absolute loyalty to Rama. Absolute loyalty to Rama. Such a wonderful thing. So we talked about Rama, we talked about Sita, we talked about everyone. Of all the people in the entire Ramayana, who is the one person whom we all can follow as the ideal person? In the entire Ramayana, who is the one person whom we all can follow? Emma?
Hanuman?
Hanuman. Okay. Go ahead. Anything better than that?
Janaka Maharaja Swamiji.
Anything better than that?
Shabari Adiyan.
Anything better than that?
Lakshmana,
Anything better than that?
Vibhishana,
Anything better than that?
Acharya Paduka Devi.
Exactly, Paduka Devi, sir. You're absolutely right. Paratantriyam. Even though Paduka Devi cannot live even for 1 second without Rama, it is the absolute bhagyam of Paduka Devi to be at the feet of Rama always. In spite of that, in spite of her deep attachment to the feet of Rama, but when Rama said, go to Ayodhya and be my representative, even though it hurts Paduka Devi a lot, Paduka Devi said only one thing: Rama, please put me on for one last time and then give me to Bharata, so that she can transfer all her energy back to the feet of Lord Rama. Not to get hurt while in the forest. Paduka Devi's greatness is, Rama, just put me on for one last time and then hand me over to Bharata. Never we can imagine that kind of a paratantrium. Absolute obedience to her master. Absolute obedience. Not even one word. Paduka Devi. Really great, sir. Great answer. Go ahead, Amma. Your questions now. Your questions now, please. So tomorrow is Rama's birthday. So enjoy serving Rama. Amma, anyone have a few questions, Amma? Amma, anyone of you have any questions? You want to say something? You want me to explain something? Go ahead.
Audience Swamiji, regarding Sita Swamiji, Sitama త్రిజట వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చింది కదా శరణాగతి, అది బెస్ట్ అంటున్నారు. కాకాసుడు, వాట్ అబౌట్ కాకాసుర స్వామి? విచ్ వన్ వీ షుడ్ కన్సిడర్ ద బెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ సీత స్వామిజీ?
Tell me the question again, Malishwari.
స్వామిజీ, సీతమ్మ వారి గురించి చెప్పినప్పుడు ఇందాక త్రిజట అక్కడ అశోకవనంలో ఉన్న రాక్షసుల వాళ్ళందరికీ హనుమ వచ్చినప్పుడు నేను శరణాగతి ఇచ్చాను అని చెప్పి ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేశారు కదా స్వామిజీ, మరి అది బెస్ట్ అన్నారు కదా. సో కాకాసురుడి వృత్తాంతం కూడా తనని హర్ట్ చేసిన ఫిజికల్ గా ఆమె క్షమించారు కదా స్వామి.
That's right. In the case of Kakasura also, Kakasura only hurt her for a few minutes. Hurt her only for a few minutes. But these demons in Ashokavanam were torturing Sita, brainwashing Sita 24/7 non-stop. And Kakasura hurt her only for a few minutes. These people, these demons were hurting her non-stop. Non-stop. And not only that, these Rakshasis had even the guts to say directly before Sita Devi, "We will kill her and eat her bit by bit." And every one of them were sharing which part of Sita Devi's body they are going to cut and eat. Such is the greatness of Sita Devi. So, her giving protection to the demons is much, much superior to her protecting Kakasura. Kakasura hurt her only for a few minutes. But these demons tortured her and even ready to kill her and eat her. Very good, Amma. Next question, Amma. Amma, any question that you want me to answer, Amma? Anyone of you kids?
Swamiji, when after few months passed and Sugriva did not come to help Rama and Lakshmana came at that place and he asked Sugriva that it's been so much time like that. Why did he send Tara?
Because Sugriva is afraid Lakshmana will kick him. Sugriva is so afraid, Lakshmana is so angry. Sugriva knows Lakshmana is in no way inferior to Rama. He sent a Tara so that, according to Dharma, a woman should not be hurt. So at least Lakshmana will not hurt Tara. And Tara is so smart, daughter of Brihaspati, that she can somehow manage how to talk to Lakshmana and calm him down. And when she succeeds in calming down Lakshmana, then he can come and fall at the feet of Lakshmana. That's why he sent. Because Sugriva is so confident, Lakshmana will not hurt a woman.
Then Swamiji, what about Surpanaka Swamiji? Surpanaka is also a woman and Lakshmana treats very badly.
But the question is, Lakshmana punished Shurpanaka because, number one, Rama asked her to be punished. Second thing, Shurpanaka tried to kill Sita Devi. That's why Lakshmana has to punish her.
Okay.
Shurpanaka tried to kill Sita Devi because she thought, because of Sita, Rama is not accepting me. Because of Sita, Lakshmana is not accepting me. Could you see that logic is very different from our imagination?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yeah. Go ahead, Amma. Anything else I can help you?
స్వామీజీ ఎనదర్ క్వశ్చన్ స్వామీజీ, ఇప్పుడు కర్మ అనేది ఎలా పనిచేస్తుంది స్వామీజీ? యాక్చువల్ గా భరతుడు ఏ తప్పు చేయలేదు, కానీ అన్ని నిందలు పడాల్సి వచ్చింది కదా స్వామీజీ. అంటే అది పూర్వజన్మలో చేసుకున్న కర్మ అది, లేకపోతే ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ చేసుకున్నదా స్వామీజీ?
Now. Go back to what Krishna said. Anaditvat nigunatvat paramatmayam avyeha sharirastu vikaunteya na karoti na lipyate. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phalespuha. They don't have any previous karma. Bhagavan Sriman Narayana decided to play the drama, story, screenplay, direction. You watch some movies, right, Amma?
Yes, Swamiji.
They give the name of the hero, heroines, comedians, villains, artists, artisans, technicians, everything. But finally, you know the last title: story, screenplay, and direction. Therefore, screenplay, direction, story, composed by Bhagavan Sriman Narayana and Sri Mahalakshmi. Everyone played their role accordingly. There is no previous karma to Bharata. They just have to play that role. They played that role. That's it. Got it, Amma?
Yes, Swamiji. Yes, Swamiji.
Narayana. Anything else I can help you, Amma, for today? Okay, Amma, no questions? All right, take it easy, Amma. Tomorrow we'll try to do live. So I don't think we can have class.
Yeah, with like you and like.
Amma, anything else you want to say?
Swamiji, you said like the greatest wife is Urmila, but when we see about Paduka Devi, can we consider her also the same way? Like, but we can't consider her in that group in Ramayana.
Yeah, exactly. Paduka Devi is very unique, Amma. Very unique. Anything else I can help you, Amma? Okay, Narayana, enjoy. Come tomorrow. We'll try to show live if you cannot come. Enjoy Sita Rama Abhishekam, Sita Kalyanam, and Rama Pattabhishekam, and the offering of a new gold Guritam. Narayana.